Comments right now, Fabio?
Oh.
So is it working or no?
We're officially live.
God damn it!
We weren't live?
Are you serious?
Well, it was, there's so many like different places to hit start on this whole setup.
God damn it.
I got about 6 of them.
But you didn't get the 7th.
One sec. All of our viewers out there, are you guys here? Sorry about the live stream. I've blown it just about every time. I swear I do this for a living. The live stream, though.
Listen, we got you.
Rough.
We got you that fucking nameplate that says head HBIC.
Yeah, more like head idiot in charge. But we're here. We're back. Should we just redo the fucking intro and just redo the whole
Should
thing?
we?
Yeah.
You want to try it again?
Yeah, just do it.
We're doing it again.
Yep.
I mean,
Rerun
we're only 4 minutes in.
Yeah, just go
do
for it.
Should I play the wrong
Mute
music
me.
again?
Yeah.
Just play the wrong music. Let's see what happens. Hello and welcome again to the Backburners 20th episode spectacular. I'm Dylan Sherman.
And I am Sam Tiller. We want to thank you for joining us on this live episode, this special 20th episode, and your ears for another hour of non-stop sports entertainment.
And I'm going to restart our time. We're hopefully
just add 4 minutes.
Right.
There
we go. Okay,
Yeah.
I think it's
for
working
those of
now.
you listening on Spotify, which if you are listening on Spotify or Apple Music or Amazon or wherever the hell you listen to
It'll
it.
be tomorrow, you dum-dum.
Yeah, I know, but
If you're not live.
if you are not watching the live, you should stop listening and then go on your computer and find this on YouTube so you can witness the greatness that is this 20th episode.
Yeah, I mean, check out what we're wearing. I think I'm not a big hat guy. My hair, doesn't really work with hats. My head, I got a little pinhead.
It works better with a visor, though. You look better in a visor
I
than
agree with that. I think visors are a little bit more your speed than a regular ball cap or something.
100%.
Because you can still see your hair. And I think that's
Yeah.
the big issue with you and hats.
I really have to show off the goods.
I wouldn't say the goods.
Excuse me?
It's just
Excuse me? Right, say that again?
Are you serious?
right, serious.
We're live. 20 episodes. Let's just take a minute and talk
Exciting
about
stuff.
20 fucking episodes. When we Fabio, when you started this gig as HBIC of Speak Studios, we took it as a joke. We didn't take it as a joke. Like Tiller and I would joke hey, we should start a podcast, whatever. And never in my wildest dreams did I ever think that we would make it to 20 episodes of this flaming shit show on wheels.
What's funny is 20 doesn't sound like a ton.
It's a lot.
But when you do the math on 20 hours of talking into a microphone, that is a
Yeah.
very long time.
It is a long
Almost
time.
a full day of talking into a microphone.
Yeah, it's like
And that means some people, probably mostly Sherm's immediate family members, have listened to Sherm talk for close to 24 hours straight.
Hey, my family members listen to this as well, so
Yeah,
it's
we just don't hear from them as much, I feel like.
that's true. They're just not as flamboyant as Sherm's family.
Wait, what you mean? They're not a bunch of they're not a bunch of neurotic Jews.
Yes,
Is that what you mean?
that's exactly what I mean.
Well, that's so great because this is a sports podcast hosted by two former jocks whose sports knowledge is a mile wide and an inch deep. Whether it's breaking down the latest slate of professional, college, and obscure sports, or debating the best game day traditions, we've got you covered. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at the Backburners Pod, and give us a listen on Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple fucking Podcasts. I really butchered that one.
You did.
That one wasn't as fun.
It's okay, though.
I know. It's, you know what?
It's
Should
okay.
we restart?
for the third time, welcome to the 20th
Third
episode of
time's the
Backburners.
Listen, we got a big old beefy show. So if you're tuning in, fucking get yourself a bowl of popcorn.
Strap in.
Fucking get yourself a couple of seltzers.
This
hang
is
out.
we're what? 8 minutes into this?
8 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we're 4 minutes into the official live stream, but we're 8 minutes into the starting of the recording, and it's already been a shit show. So just get fucking ready.
I mean, You said it yourself. We haven't been drunk on this podcast
In a while, and we are.
Oh man, it feels good. You know what?
Feels good to be back.
Feels good to be back. The first 14 episodes we did. Pretty much
summer? Yeah.
In the summer, pretty much. In the pocket. Let's say.
Yep.
I think we're a little out of pocket right now.
Little.
If that was in the
That's
pocket.
okay. It's okay.
What I was saying earlier before we went live is that. Excuse me.
Oh, that was nice. That was nice.
You gotta wash this mic off later. I was telling if any of my family is watching, since school started, I've dedicated myself to my studies, and I haven't drank on this podcast because we record on Tuesday nights. I have a 9 a.m. on Wednesday. I want to be in good shape for that class. So taking notes, reading, taking tests.
You can also go to that class on Zoom, though, so I don't know why you just don't do that.
Because it's a class of 7 people, and if I don't show up, then it's like super bad looks.
That's really awkward to not show up to a class
Right,
that small.
It's like, who cares? If they offer it hybrid, just go hybrid.
Yeah, but it's just like then
because
people
they have
point
to.
it
They-
out.
It's like horrible
It's like
looks.
like the next time you go, they'll be like, "Oh, so you did Zoom last week?"
right.
It's yeah. It's a 9 a.m.
Yeah, I was hungover. What's good?
I'm gonna be fucking hungover
Exactly.
for tomorrow's class.
Wow.
Shall we start the show?
Yeah. Let's get a little more serious now.
Let's get into it. It's your prompt for I disagree. So go right ahead.
Eli Manning is not a Hall of Famer. And it's just a fact. And I'm going to read you some stats here
Okay.
from Eli Manning's career. He's a career 500 quarterback in the regular season. 117 wins, 117 losses. 500. He threw for 366 touchdowns and 244 interceptions. He is 8-4 in the preseason. But if his last name was not Manning, he would not even be considered for the Hall of Fame. It's because he's a Manning, and that entire family has great quarterbacks, from their dad, Arch, to Peyton, to Eli, and then going down to their nephew. What's his name? Something.
Arch. I think it's Arch.
Is it? He's named after
the-
Archie?
Yes, it's
Oh,
Arch
okay.
Manning. Yeah.
Well, their nephew, Archie Manning, who is, I think, a junior in high school this year. He's the top-rated recruit in the 2024 class. He's very talented. But Eli Manning's not a Hall of Famer.
Yes, he is.
He's a career 500 quarterback. Like, dude, some of his seasons, yes, he had a couple great seasons where they won the Super Bowl. I'll give you that. But he went 6-10 twice. He went 3-12 once. He went 5-11 once. He had like 6 winning seasons. He was elected to 4 Pro Bowls in his 16-year NFL career. 4. Only 4. He was never elected to a first-team All-Pro. He's not a Hall of Fame quarterback. You cannot be in the Hall of Fame if you were a Pro Bowler for a fourth of your career and never listed as a first-team All-Pro. He was not one of the best quarterbacks of his generation, and it's not even close. I can name 5 quarterbacks in his generation that are better than Eli Manning. He's not a Hall of Famer.
Name 5.
Name 5. Ben Roethlisberger, Tom Brady, his brother Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, and Brett Favre. Not really the same era, but kind of the same era. He's not a Hall of Famer.
All right. Are those your arguments?
Yes.
Okay.
Career 500 quarterback you're going to put in the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame is for the best of the best, and it's a very elusive club to be in. Yes, he did win 2 Super Bowls against Tom Brady. Whoop-de frickin' do. He's a career 500 quarterback. He's not a Hall of Famer.
Okay. I disagree. I absolutely disagree. I have a bunch of notes here, so just give me some time.
It's like I don't need
Eli
notes.
Manning.
I just rattled all that off.
No, you did not. No, you did not. You were full of shit. I don't trust anybody in those glasses.
The sunglasses does a very good job
it's
of
like-
making it not look like you're looking
Right.
at your laptop screen.
Thank you.
There are only 3 instances of a starting quarterback beating 3 13-win teams in a single postseason. and Eli Manning is responsible for 2 of those times. Eli is 8-4 in the postseason, but that does not tell the entire story. 15 touchdowns, 2 picks in the playoffs. He beat Tom Brady twice. Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, Tony Romo, Matt Ryan, Alex Smith, and an all-time he beat one of the greatest defenses of all time, the 2011 San Francisco 49er defense, up there with whatever the 2000 something Baltimore Ravens.
Okay,
Manning was able to take down some of the greatest quarterbacks of all time with their coaches in their fucking prime. Eli Manning is one of only 5 quarterbacks to win multiple Super Bowl MVPs. Eli Manning holds the record for the most passing yards in a Super Bowl winning season with the regular season and the postseason combined with 6,100 yards. In that postseason, he had 1,200 yards in the fucking postseason. And it's even more impressive when you find out that the Giants that year ranked 32nd in the run offense and their defense ranked 27th in the fucking league. He put the team on their fucking back. He's 8th all time with 57,000 passing yards and 9th all time in passing touchdowns with 366. And when you combine his elite stats, his playoff runs, his Super Bowl appearances, and his periods of being elite, because there were periods of him being an elite, it should be no brainer that he is a Hall of Famer. There are only 7 quarterbacks in NFL history who have thrown more yards than him. Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, Dan Marino, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger, Phillip Rivers. Which also is a good debate on if Phillip Rivers is going to make the Hall of Fame.
he's not a Hall of Famer.
There are plenty of players who have made the Hall of Fame who have never played in the Super Bowl. And even people who did play in the Super Bowl who are in the Hall of Fame didn't play well. Eli Manning did both of those. He took down Tom Brady twice and Bill Belichick twice. And the problem with this sort of prompt is that when we talk about the Hall of Fame, we talk about arguments, who's better, LeBron or MJ. The huge problem that I have with these prompts is that there's no set criteria on the rules, right? There's no set criteria on what makes a Hall of Famer a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, there is. You have to change the game and influence the game in a way that other people haven't. And he didn't do that.
But who's beating Tom Brady in the fucking Super Bowl like the way he did? He fucking demolished Brady. He did it.
Demolished?
He did it.
Demolished?
He won. He beat Brady twice.
Okay, yeah.
He beat the greatest team of all time.
Fine. He did beat Brady twice, but to say he demolished Brady,
He did.
No,
they won
he
the
did-
game. They won the he won both times. He played against Brady.
Winning and demolishing are different.
Okay, maybe I should. Okay, don't get caught up in the fucking semantics.
They never blew the Patriots out.
Sure. Okay.
One of the
Drop the point.
luckiest, craziest plays in NFL history is the reason why Eli has one of his rings. That helmet catch.
Don't you fucking forget about that fucking post on the sideline grab that Mario Manning had. That is arguably one of the greatest throws and catches in NFL history that's set up.
And I agree with you. That throw in his second Super Bowl to Mario Manning to set up the game-winning field goal is one of the greatest throws I've ever seen in my life. But you cannot take 2 seasons out of somebody's NFL career and say they're a Hall of Famer because of 2 good seasons. He's not a Hall of Famer. It's for the elite of the elite.
But how can you say that when somebody who ranks 8th all-time in passing yards, 9th all-time in passing touchdowns, how can you overlook that?
Because of his record. He didn't win. He didn't have a killer instinct.
He has more Super Bowls than Peyton.
No, he does not. They both have 2.
Oh, I forgot he won one with the Broncos.
You idiot.
They both have 2.
They both have 2.
Damn it. I forgot he won one with the Broncos.
I'm not saying that Eli was not a fantastic quarterback. He was. But the NFL Hall of Fame is reserved for the absolute best of the best. The Peyton Mannings, the Brett Favres, the Terry Bradshaws, the Tom Bradys. He is not even close to who those guys were. No first-team All-Pros in his entire career. He was never, at one point in his career, the best quarterback in the league, and it's not even close. He's not a Hall of Famer.
When does a Hall of Famer have to be the best quarterback in the league?
Since every NFL Hall of Fame quarterback that's ever been inducted into Canton. Every other Hall of Fame quarterback has an NFL first-team All-Pro. At least one. You have to dominate the league for at least 1 year where there's no question you're the best quarterback in the league. He never did that.
I disagree with you.
Eli Manning is not... If his last name was anything other than Manning...
If Phillip Rivers had these stats, I would absolutely... I mean, it doesn't matter that his last name is Manning.
So is Phillip Rivers a Hall of Famer?
No, because he hasn't achieved the... No, not Phillip Rivers because he doesn't have two fucking Super Bowls. He didn't take down Brady twice.
But Phillip Rivers has more passing yards in NFL history.
But he doesn't have 2 rings. He didn't beat Brady twice.
Okay.
He didn't beat the 17-0 Patriots.
He's not a Hall of Famer.
He is.
No.
He is.
You're just wrong. He has like a career QBR of like 84.1.
Oh, so we're going off of QBR to get you into the Hall of Fame.
No, I'm just saying that's a career QBR. That's not good.
Anything on the live stream that you want to talk about, Trev?
It's like, he's not a Hall of Famer.
Do you guys know a Belinda?
Yes. I do. I know her.
She totally agrees with Sam.
Thank you. Thank you, Belinda. Thank you. He's not a Hall of Famer. It's for the elite of the elite. It's a special... You hear all the Hall of Famers talk about it. Once they get inducted, they say this is a special kind of brotherhood and a fraternity that we are in, and it is reserved for the best of the best. And I'm sorry, Eli Manning, you were a great quarterback. You are probably the best quarterback in New York Giants history, but you are not a NFL Hall of Famer. There's a difference between being a great quarterback for your franchise and being a great quarterback for the entirety of the NFL, and Eli Manning does not qualify for the Hall of Fame. If he gets put in the Hall of Fame, it's one of the biggest disgraces to the NFL in history.
God, are you fucking serious? You don't think O.J. Simpson was one of the biggest disgraces in the Hall of Fame? He murdered. I
don't think O.J.'s in the Hall of Fame.
I think he is.
Hit a quick Google.
I do not think O.J.'s in the Hall of Fame.
My aunt Carrie thinks you're smoking crack.
Well, okay.
O.J. Simpson was
1985.
Wow.
Boom!
Okay, then he's probably the first. Eli would be the second. I can't. He's not a Hall of Famer.
I don't understand how you can overlook his elite postseason status and his elite career statistics.
I'm not.
I can't. I don't understand.
I'm not.
He beat Brady. He beat the GOAT twice in the fucking Super Bowl.
I understand. But you have to look at his entire career as a whole.
He had his entire career. His defense was dog shit.
Dude, he got benched for Daniel Jones, okay?
On the last leg of his career, he was fucking like in his 30s.
Even Ben Roethlisberger, who's on the last leg of his career now.
Then that's an organizational failure on the Steelers. That's not indicative of, sure, he was on his last fucking legs.
So is Big Ben, and they're not benching him for Dwayne Haskins.
How can you compare? No, that's a horrible argument.
No, it's not.
It is.
He got benched for Daniel Jones, the man who leads the league in turnovers since he entered into the starting role.
In his last season.
So he
was on his way out.
So this is Big Ben's last season. Why aren't the Steelers moving on?
That's a question for fucking Art Rooney.
I'm just saying.
Not a question for me.
Don't get benched for a mediocre quarterback.
You're insane.
No, I'm not. He's not a Hall of Famer.
You're a fucking lunatic.
Nope, he's not a Hall of Famer.
You're an absolute lunatic.
Nope, not a Hall of Famer.
Okay, let's fucking move on. We need to keep this show going.
Change my fucking mind.
God. We are blessed with another intern report.
That was such a switch.
I don't know if she's watching right now. She said she was in a meeting.
I don't see her in the comments.
It's like, how important is a fucking meeting, even though we're not giving her college credit. Let's go over. We could. We have no credibility, though.
One sec. Scout said something funny.
Oh, here we go.
Scout definitely agrees with me because he's a Cowboy fan.
He said, "Damn, Sherman bringing the heat. Thanks to 2 once-in-a-lifetime catches that will never happen again is why he has rings."
Fucking thank you, Scout.
That was what Scout said. But then later he said, "Y'all are tripping. Murdering 2 people and getting away with it is the kind of excellency that someone in the Hall of Fame, OJ deserves to be in the Hall." So even if OJ was guilty, he still deserves the Hall of Fame, according to Scout.
According to the jury, OJ was not guilty. So
Hey, the glove didn't fit.
That's what Salmon said, and then I said, "But the rings do."
Jesus.
All right, let's get into the interim report. Ole Miss, Arkansas. What a fantastic game. That Ole Miss defense was very impressive. It went all the way down to a 2nd and goal, and unsuccessful 2-point conversion led to Ole Miss winning. Texas, Oklahoma, which we'll get into later. I'm going to save that. She thinks Spencer Rattler's overrated. As do I, as we both do. In Texas, Texas.
Horns down, baby.
They blew
Fuck them Longhorns.
Blew an 18-point halftime lead.
That was such a great game.
Like,
that was such a great game.
It's like, are you serious?
Oh, that was such a fun game to watch.
Bama, Alabama A&M, which we'll get into later, but the intern goes to Alabama, so it's hilarious.
Boo,
Bama. We'll get into that a little bit later. The Seahawks, Russell Wilson going down with that finger. The fucking
that was gross.
Pretty fucking gnarly. DK Metcalf is so hot. She said that, but I also think,
look,
he's so hot.
I know the picture she's referring to with him in his lime green crop top, and he's outstretched, catching a ball in the end zone. He's
so
sexy.
hot
with his blue hair. I love it.
Look, I'm a straight man, but I would kiss him. I would kiss DK.
He's
Metcalf.
up there with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. The intern has some questions for us.
Wait, I thought she was gonna call in and ask these
because
herself.
she's in her fucking meeting, and she's too busy for her fucking employers.
Employers who don't pay her.
But shut up.
That's where Mike's muted.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fair.
So
what is the point of me even holding it if I can't actually say anything when I want to?
Because we don't want you to speak.
We like to give you the illusion of freedom without the actual.
Right, it's like Squid Games. You have the option if you want to leave, but
But you still stay.
Right. So the intern has some questions for us. So I'll ask it on behalf of her. So number 1, this is a Q&A. So feel free, to. Why don't go right ahead.
Let me ask the questions.
So
here.
the chef is going to ask on the intern's behalf.
All right. Funniest
Intern
way.
2.0.
All right. If anything, I was the first intern here. Let's get that straight.
You were not an intern.
No,
You skipped
I've
right to
always-
full-time employment.
Exactly. All right. First intern question. Funniest way you have been injured.
All right, I'll kick it off. So when I was in 8th grade, I dislocated my shoulder. I partially dislocated my shoulder in a football scrimmage, and we didn't really know that it was dislocated and that I had a torn labrum. But then, I don't know, a couple months later, we were playing volleyball in PE in 8th grade with one of those big inflatable beach balls, and I went back like this to hit it, and I dislocated my shoulder fully, and then I ran over to the corner in the gym and slammed my shoulder against it to try to put it back in place. And then my best friend Shay grabs me and he's like, "Hey, don't do that." And then he walked me to the nurse's office. But yeah, I dislocated my shoulder playing volleyball.
Good.
With not a real volleyball.
Dude, that's gotta fucking hurt though.
Oh, it was the worst pain of my life.
I have seen that happen in volleyball, and it is fucking terrifying.
Oh, it was horrible. And then I had to have surgery
Oh yeah.
on it. But
Torn labrum too is shitty as fuck.
oh yeah, it's not fun. I still don't have full rotation on my shoulder,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Sure.
that's probably the funniest way I've been injured.
The funniest way that I've been injured, I have a scar on my knee when I was at Jewish summer camp.
This is the most Sherman story I've ever heard.
I didn't know Jewish summer camp was a thing.
Oh,
of
it's
course.
totally
I've never
a thing.
every
There's a
other-
Catholic summer camp.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. There's
Yeah, Like I knew other religions did summer camps. I just didn't know
Oh.
the
The only
Jewish
difference is
community
the
did
Jewish
it.
one. They go to like Israel and stuff, right?
No,
That's what
No,
that
they're
is.
just
No,
no.
buddy.
The Jewish one, they're just all indoors.
Excuse me, can I talk? It's my fucking religion. It's my religion. It's like, it's like you guys fucking talk over me. You think you know what you're talking about. You have no idea. I have attended several summer sleepaway Jewish camps. And this one I was at, we were doing something called the Maccabee Games, which is the Olympics for Jewish summer camp, which means no athletes were, it's like everyone,
No athletes
everyone there
permitted.
is, my height and my weight.
If you've ever seen Big Mouth, it's like Andrew from Big Mouth.
It really is.
All of those
It
kind
really
of
is.
kids.
And it's basically the Maccabee Games are a bunch of just like,
Is it called Camp Swig?
no, I didn't go to Camp Swig.
What is that?
I don't know what that is.
Someone named Lee commented Camp Swig. and I
No,
was just wondering.
that's my uncle. No, this is not Schechter.
Benai Briss.
No, not B'nai B'rith.
How many Jewish summer camps are there?
There's a whole lot. There's a whole lot.
It's a big community, okay?
Not maybe. No, it was Schechter. No, it's the newer one. I can't remember what it is. But I was there, and we were doing the Maccabee Games, and I slid down this grass hill, and I opened up my knee, and I don't know. I mean, it may still be there.
It's too hairy now to look.
It's kind of gone now, but I totally opened up my knee just sliding down a fucking grass hill like the little Jew I am. Honorable mention, my brother. When Cole, my brother, was, I don't know how old he was, and if my dad is watching, he's gonna crack up. He was super young because I was just a kid, and Cole was like running around the backyard or something, and he just you hear like a screech like no other, like in the Harry Potter movie you were watching today when Harry opens the golden egg and it you hear the screams like that.
You're watching a Goblet of Fire?
Goblet of Fire.
Yep.
Nice.
And everyone's like, Cole, what's wrong? And he goes, I sprinkled my ankle.
That's such a cool thing to
It
say.
is. So that's the funniest injury. What's the next one?
Next one is athlete/celebrity crush.
I will kick it off. I will kiss DK Metcalf on the mouth. No question.
I don't
Alright.
think they said it had to be a guy.
I mean, it didn't.
I don't
but
give a shit.
yeah.
Okay.
I will kiss DK Metcalf.
Out of all the celebrities and athletes in the world, you picked a male
DK.
football player.
Trav,
Yeah.
Google a picture of DK Metcalf right now.
He's pretty good looking.
DKMETCALF.
I mean, he is one of the most shredded people in the universe. So
He is a hot
You'd
guy.
bend over for that guy? Oh my God.
mine is hands down Alex Morgan, the
Yeah.
U.S. women's soccer team player. She's been my athletic crush for I don't know how long, but I absolutely fucking love that woman.
It's a good one.
I
It's a
think
good
she's
one.
an absolute babe.
It's a good
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah.
All right, next one is, would you kiss Tom Brady on the mouth?
Yes, if only if
He was your dad.
as long as I can absorb some of his abilities through that kiss in the mouth.
Yeah, I mean, to kiss the greatest quarterback of all time on the mouth, sure, why not?
Okay.
Also, he would be so uncomfortable with it. I think that would be the best part. Would be like, yeah,
I don't know.
I'm the guy that was brave enough to kiss Tom Brady on the mouth.
It's like we're probably a little too old for him to kiss on the mouth because he
Probably.
loves
Yeah.
kissing
He likes
his 13-year-old son on the
Yeah.
mouth.
Too old.
So
Sure.
yeah.
Okay, favorite BSU game you've ever been to?
There isn't one.
You haven't enjoyed any of the BSU games that you've been to?
I haven't stayed past halftime
I mean, that's
of
fair.
a BSU game.
But let's talk about like the tailgate, the everything
Yeah,
else.
let's
that
talk
went
about, like,
into
the
the
best-
game.
Okay. So, I can definitely tell you my least favorite.
Okay.
So my least favorite was that it was the opening game, I think, my sophomore year,
that
and it was
sucked.
like 110 degrees in Boise, and it was like 120 degrees in the
stadium?
yeah.
I remember
in Albertsons.
missing
And-
that game because I had recruitment.
And I was probably at that game for 15 minutes, just absolutely sweating my balls off, and just was like, I am out of here.
Yeah.
And then I had one of the worst hangovers of my life because we were up at like, I don't know, 8 o'clock in the morning drinking mimosas that day. And yeah, it was just,
I think I remember that game.
it was
We're in my backyard
Yeah.
chugging mimosas
Yeah.
at like, I think I have a timestamp on Snapchat of like 7:55 in the morning.
dude, it was horrible. Like, I have never been so uncomfortable at a football game in my life. But my favorite was probably the Mountain West Championship the same year during that snow game.
Yeah.
Because I think I might have stayed till the third quarter in that game.
Well, yeah.
And- Yeah, and that was fun. But it was dumping snow, and yeah. That's
Snow
probably
games
my
are kind of
favorite.
fun. I don't remember which game exactly I went to, but I remember being at a Boise State game where it was snowing. It was really fun.
It was probably that Mountain West Championship.
Probably. But do I pay that close attention?
No, because we play in a bullshit conference.
Yeah, I would, I had a really good time with my mom a couple weeks ago. Kimmy was here.
Kimmy.
Simp.
We had a great time. Next question, please.
Next question. I think I know the answer to this one, but it's favorite Ducks game you've ever attended. And I
This
think
is
it's
easy.
definitely the one where Rachel and I were with you guys.
Nope. No, not even
dumb.
close. That
Idiots.
wasn't a good game.
I genuinely do not remember any part of the game. Rachel and I were there for like the first
Alyssa,
half.
what team were they playing?
I could not tell you.
I don't
Washington State.
know. Was it Washington? Oh yeah,
Cougs.
yeah. The field
So
goal.
I'll kick it off because
Okay.
I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, you do know. What
I know what you're gonna say. So your answer is gonna be also but I want to be different.
Okay.
So I think you were also at this game too. Oregon, Michigan State.
Yes, that was a great game. I was at that game.
Oregon, Michigan
but
State.
we did not know each other at that
We did
time.
not know each other. We were
Yeah.
both at that game.
How interesting.
Well,
Such
we
a
were both in
small
high
world.
school
Well, yeah,
at
no,
this time.
I assumed that was the
Yes.
reason.
Yeah.
That was my favorite because the Ducks were
That was
down at
great.
half and they came back. Marcus led them back. That was a great game. So and obviously,
Mine was Oregon, Washington a couple years ago when CJ Verdell had that walk-off touchdown in overtime. Yeah, we were there. It was absolutely electric. I've never heard a stadium erupt like it has in that moment. It was the most electric atmosphere I've ever been in. Just an incredible game with one of the best rivalries in college football. It was great.
yeah, unbeatable. Next one,
Very cool. Weirdest chaser you've used?
Sriracha.
Oh,
Not that weird.
Sriracha.
I haven't used weird chasers.
So I'm going to add one in here. I remember it was one of my first years in Boise. I was living with Catherine and Krista at the time, and we were at a party at White House. And we didn't have any chaser, but we had a bottle of vodka. So Catherine opened the fridge and tried to find something to use as chaser. And she found coffee creamer
Oh,
and used coffee creamer to chase her vodka.
that's disgusting. I haven't had a lot of weird chasers because I'm sophisticated and and I don't really enjoy just straight booze unless it's whiskey. So if I'm just drinking straight alcohol, I have to chase it with something that I enjoy. So I just generally do Coke or lemonade or something like that. So I haven't used very many weird chasers.
You
but
ever had a pickleback?
yes, I have had a pickleback, and those are fucking gross.
Oh, really?
I hate that.
I mean, I don't like pickle
Vomit.
juice at all, but it works. The alcohol goes down smooth.
Yeah.
Then you just have to deal with the pickle taste.
But the weirdest chaser I've ever seen was ranch.
I've seen that as well.
Yeah.
Next one.
All right. Cowboy luge or shotgun?
a what luge?
Cowboy luge.
Cowboy?
What's a
I honestly
cowboy
don't
Cowboy
know what
luge
that
is when you wear a cowboy hat and you pour the liquor down the front seam and
We don't do that here. She's obviously from the
How about we try?
I've done it with Noah before. I did it with Noah.
Well, what about
Noah's luged about every square inch of his body has been luged off of.
what about a croc chug
Never
or well, Trav has.
I've done the croc luge
Yeah.
time or two.
I would.
It's super gross, but it's always my Crocs. I don't really care.
I
with
would
your
go
greasy feet.
Travis' feet are so
The real one
greasy.
that would be really gross is if someone else did a croc luge on my croc. That
Yeah.
would be disgusting.
I might puke if I ever saw that.
Never in a million years.
I would go cowboy luge because it's so fun.
I'd go with shotgun just
Because
because.
you're actually drinking the beer.
Yeah, because like when you luge something, half of it just spills on you.
The
Right.
luge
So,
is
like,
just
just
the luge
shotgun
is
it.
just for the Snapchat. Like
Right,
no
it's
one
all
actually
for the
luges to
fun.
get
Yeah.
drunk.
It's all
It's
Yeah.
all
the-
for the spectacle.
A shotgun is
it's-
actually like fun and tactical. Like there's a purpose to it.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
All right, the last one is: do the Backburners have any game day superstitions? Or like game day rituals, something that you have to do. Like,
Like you wear
for
your
instance,
socks inside out, or like
this week, like this past weekend, the Giants have been playing the Dodgers. Maddie DeLornos, she's a big Giants fan, so she's been wearing her lucky Giants PJs to watch the game.
No, but I feel like no. I think the only superstition I have is that I have to be hungover.
And that's not even an on-purpose thing.
I feel
That's
like
just
that
something
like
happens.
whenever I'm hungover, the Seahawks or the Ducks play better. And they know that, and so they're like, "Hey, we know like our guy is down pretty bad.
our fans are hurting.
We have to, put out." I wasn't hungover when the Ducks lost against Stanford. So, there you go.
Like I currently don't have any superstitions, but like when I played football, I had superstitions. Like I would like put on like my gear like the same way every
Yeah.
single
Yeah.
time.
Or like you
But,
have like
like-
a certain like playlist or something that you would listen to
Yeah,
before
exactly.
a game.
Yeah. Like I had like the same songs that I would listen to before every game, and like I would like put on my gear the same way every time, and like at a certain time, like if the game started at 7:00, like at 5:45, I would like put on my pants, and then like 15 minutes later, I would like put on like my undershirt, and then a half hour before kickoff, I would like throw on my shoulder pads. Like I had a routine, but like
Did
in
you
my
guys have any
current day, I don't have any superstitions.
Did you guys have any routines like as a team? Like I remember like I think it was my senior year of high school, my varsity volleyball year, my last year playing volleyball in high school. We did a very specific, like we had a team room that we would all be in, and we would have we would listen to a very specific song and then do a very specific like cheer before every single game. And if we didn't have time for it, we would try to get it in somehow and just like make sure that it happened at some point. That was our superstition before every game.
No, we didn't have that.
No?
Nope.
No pregame rituals?
No, I mean like we had like a prayer group before games,
Pussy.
which I mean I would go to because it would just like calm. Like I'm not like a religious person, but like I would go to it just because like it would like calm me down and like calm a little bit of the nerves, because like you would get out of the locker room and like go like upstairs into our locker room, and then you would just like it would just be like a casual conversation, and that would just like bring me like back down to like level, so where I like wouldn't have butterflies. Like I'd go to that like every week, but like we didn't really have any like traditions that we
You didn't
would
have
do.
like a sign that said like "believe" above the door that everyone had to hit with their hand on the way out.
Yeah.
Not Ted Lasso,
No, I mean
I feel like every high school locker room had that though.
Oh, yeah,
it said
I'm-
like the name of the football team or
Yeah.
like the mascot or something that you had to hit on the
Yeah,
way out.
I-
Friday Night Lights shit.
we definitely did. I don't remember like what it said, but there was like this wood like plaque like right next to the door, and you would like tap that, and then there was something else like above the door, and you would like slap it like as you were like running out, and then we'd like go out onto the field and stuff. But I mean, we were fucking garbage my senior year. We went like fucking 1-9. So
we so every year so I didn't play my senior year because
I played, but I didn't.
no, I didn't play my senior
No,
year.
and that's what I'm saying. I was on the
Oh,
team,
I
but
see,
I
I see.
didn't play.
So the
Okay, I didn't play
tradition
my senior year.
Yeah.
Either.
the tradition for our high school was that every senior class would get together before the season started, like during summer ball, and they would pick a word for the entire year, like the theme for the year, like tradition or family or whatever it may be, whatever. And
something just like
something corny.
so corny and classic.
Like,
yeah.
believe,
Together.
togetherness, like spirituality, whatever. So I'd always say that. And the other interesting one was that our high school coach, before the pregame locker room, he would go around the entire locker room, and he would he would, go around everybody and say like, what are you going to do to help us win? And so you'd say like 3 things you do to help us win. And everybody would go around. And so it'd be like, yeah, I was fucking backup. So I was a piece of shit. I'd be like,
I'll be
like
patiently waiting for my time.
right. Fucking ready to go, cheer on bullshit, keep my arm warm. And they would go, Sherm. And you'd all go clap together. And so everybody would do that together. So that was pretty cool. Cause like everybody has, everybody has a role, whatever.
I totally remember that we used to do the prayer for like the saint of my high school. Like I went to St. Ignatius, so we did the St. Ignatius prayer.
St. Matthias.
Saint
Matthias, yeah.
St. Ignatius prayer before every single game.
It's like the prayer is,
Are you
I am
serious?
serious. No, the prayer is, the prayer is,
I am serious on kingdom and honor.
The prayer is, I am so serious right now. It's like, I'm going to go out and I'm going to, probably score a couple touchdowns. And, it's like, we need to fucking keep this show rolling.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So let's quickly go over Mom's Spaghetti. My Mom's Spaghetti, Dan Campbell, who's the head coach of the Lions, he had a press conference that like really resonated with me. The Lions lost a tough one against the Vikings over the weekend. They lost on a game-winning field goal. He's a passionate guy, and he's somebody you want to play for. And you can see and feel the passion and the emotion that he exudes for his team. And it's a great example of how to be a leader of men, especially given the recent events in the coaching world. That's a guy I want to play for. If I'm in a locker room, that's the guy who I want to fucking go to war for every single Sunday. That's a fucking guy. I think more importantly, it humanizes football, right? And I think that football gets a bad rap for people who don't watch it because they think it's just ooh, rah, 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 hit, whatever. The people who are playing, the people who are coaching, they're human beings and they have emotions, and it's okay to express those emotions. And Dan Campbell was crying in his post-conference speech. And I think it's really important that he expresses those emotions. That it shows how much he cares for his team, and it shows how much he cares for his players. I love to see it, and I some people made fun of it, but like I felt for him, I felt for the team, and it shows what empathy in action really looks like. And empathy, I think, to me, is feeling with somebody instead of feeling for somebody. So like, if somebody, somebody's whatever, something happened, you feel for them, that's sympathy. Feeling with somebody, that's what Dan Campbell was doing. You can feel the heartbreak. You can see the heartbreak when he was crying and breaking down. He's feeling for his players. I love Dan Campbell. I know I've joked about him before about biting kneecaps, but like, I love him. And I really respect what he did and went up there and in, the face of defeat, he went up there and fucking took it. I love the guy.
They have lost in 2 absolutely heartbreaking ways in 2 straight weeks. And regardless of how good... What was that?
Wrong pipe. Wrong pipe. Wrong pipe.
Wrong
Go
pipe?
Lions.
Wrong pipe. Okay. So,
Go Lions.
regardless of how good the Lions are, they play extremely hard.
They do.
When you play the Lions, you're not going to have an easy win. They're not a talented football team. They're not a good football team. But good God, they play with a lot of heart, and it comes from their coach. And it like you said, you saw that in that press conference. It was special.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the big thing is like they've had 2 super heartbreaking losses, and like nobody has any idea of what it's like to go through a week of practices and traveling and prep and watching film, and to lose like the way they have the past couple of games. I mean, obviously it's tough, it's heartbreaking, and like I think and it's okay to express those emotions, and I think that's the problem with football is that it gets this ooh-rah, this hit.
Yeah,
and
tough
that's
guy
it.
mentality.
Tough guy, right? And nobody thinks about the repercussions behind the game.
Yeah.
And I think this is a great example of humanizing players and humanizing coaches, because we think of coaches as like these really, stable guys who, preach these things and are, they go through and they just have these cliches that they talk about. But at the end of the day, they're human beings with a cool job, and it's okay to feel emotions. And I think this Dan Campbell post-game press conference was, I think it's going to make strides for the league, and I think it's going to make strides for the game.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Okay, that's my mom's spaghetti, minus me choking on my fucking White Claw.
That was fantastic. Fuck Alabama. They lost to Texas A&M, an unranked Texas A&M, and I couldn't be happier about it. They have gone, I don't know, like 100 straight games of not losing to unranked opponents. And to be absolutely frank, they kind of got shit on. They outplayed Texas A&M. They had 520 yards of offense. Texas A&M had under 400 yards of offense. But Texas A&M made plays when it mattered. They had an interception in the end zone when Texas A&M was on like the 10-yard line. And then they also had 2 goal line stops to force Alabama to kick field goals instead of taking touchdowns. And that Texas A&M defense is legit, and they played fantastic. Also, their quarterback is gutsy. He played out of his mind. He sprained his knee on the game-tying touchdown throw and then came back in and led them on a game-winning field goal drive. Just an absolutely electric atmosphere, and Texas A&M knocking off number one of the biggest wins in program history, probably.
Yeah.
Definitely the biggest win for Jimbo Fisher since he's been there. They sacked Bryce Young 4 times. That defense didn't play great,
but they made plays when it mattered.
They made plays when it mattered, and Alabama really struggled on third down. That was a big thing in that game. Just, it embodies this entire college football season. It's been crazy, and that game just was like, it's just going to amplify the craziness because everybody thought Alabama, best team in the nation, Georgia number 2. But now, nobody knows. It's so up in the air. Fuck Alabama. I'm so glad they fucking lost. God, I hate Alabama so much.
The intern's mom spaghetti was the video of the Texas A&M's kicker's family during that game-winning kick. It was fantastic. I mean,
it was.
You saw the emotion, and as that kick happened, I mean, it took a sharp right turn. It was almost.
It looked like he was gonna just shank it left,
right,
and then it kind of knuckled back and just squeaked into that upright.
Enough. It was
great moment.
It was I'm glad that there were cameras on him because it was a fantastic moment during a fantastic win. Holy shit! I mean, the college football is the Wild West.
It is. It is.
What's gonna happen? Nobody fucking knows.
Did you see that Alabama play-by-play guy that does their radio for him? Oh my God! There's a video of him doing the play-by-play, and when Texas A&M is kicking the game-winning field goal, he didn't announce it. Like, he just sat there in silence, and there's a video camera on him, and then you can hear the stadium just go absolutely berserk, and he doesn't say anything on the radio call. And then all he says is, Texas A&M is going to get fined for rushing the field.
Oh, my God.
That's all he fucking said.
That's fucking awesome.
Like, how salty do you have to be to not call the game-winning field goal for Texas A&M. It was unbelievable. It was shocking, and it shows the arrogance of that fucking football program.
Yeah.
Fuck them. They deserve to lose. They deserve to not be in the college football playoff. Fuck Alabama.
Good. Before we move on to our very special segment, anything on the live stream we should know about?
Let's see. Salmon said December 16th, 2017 Las Vegas Bowl was his personal favorite Ducks game.
Shut the fuck up, Salmon.
Was that a joke? Did they lose?
Boise State beat the Ducks.
It was against the Ducks.
That's funny. Miles asked if you were supposed to go to the OSU game this year, Sherm.
I was supposed to go to the OSU game. My, thanks for asking, pal.
Miles also said his favorite, his like game day superstition thing that he has to do is he plays the Trojan fight song every Saturday morning.
Yeah, and it's so fucking annoying.
It's the worst. He'll come out with, we'll be watching game day at like, 9:30, 10 o'clock, and he'll come out with his fucking little Beats pill speaker.
Oh, he holds the speaker.
He holds the speaker up like he's in an 80s movie, like, babe, come back. But it's like just the USC fight song.
That's
it's like, are you serious, my?
And they suck ass this year.
Yeah, it's like, they're a fucking joke.
And then Lee,
my uncle,
said Lions finished the season with 8 wins.
Ooh.
That's hot.
Hey, he's a smart man. Don't know if I trust him on that one.
That's hot.
And then that's about it. I told them if they're ready to watch the boys be a little athletic. And
all right.
Kim said yes, and Miles said athletic in quotes.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. Yeah. So that is a great point.
It's a great
Athletic
segue. So this, we decided we wanted to do something special for our 20th episode. And, I think it was for our 10th episode, we did a hot dog eating contest. And it was right around the 4th of July.
Was that the 10th episode?
It was the 10th episode, I think.
Wow.
It did work out to be the 10th episode.
Yeah. So,
interesting.
we were talking about for the past couple of weeks, like what we were going to do for, our 20th episode. It's special. We got here so far. And I, we were talking about eating something, like hot wings or whatever it may be. And then Trav, HBIC, posted, it talked about this idea of what if we pre-record, a competition between, I'm burping all over the place.
Such a dad burp to talk through your burp.
It's like,
He's done it multiple times.
I know. It's just, so funny.
So we decided that we would do a little triathlon, not in the classic triathlon sense where we're not biking, running, and swimming, but
because we didn't want to kill ourselves.
You guys would have drowned.
so we decided on Sunday night that we would film a little competition between the Backburners. Kind of more football-based drill. Since we talk about football a lot in this show, we did a 40-yard dash, we did a field goal kicking competition, and then we ran routes on each other. And I guess Fabio was there to film it, and I guess he clipped something together. We haven't seen this. When we did it, we haven't seen the final video here. So you're going to watch it with us as we see it for the first time. So I'm excited.
I'm very excited for this.
Are we going to watch it through the TV, or we're going to watch it on the laptop?
You're going to watch it on the laptop, and
All right,
you'll be
Lily.
looking at that camera right above you, and then they will all be able to see your
All right.
reaction.
So we're going to watch. So this is the Backburners Triathlon.
And we'll kind of commentate here a little bit. So to start off,
Do you want me to start it?
yep, you can start playing it. So to start off here, we got the 40-yard dash.
It was close.
It was close.
A nice slow-mo.
Sherm coming in with a
It was real
close but
close.
clear win. Field goals, flop. Another flop.
That was close.
I love the sound effects.
And a miss.
Also, Sherman, I don't know if Tiller was also doing this for you, but it seems like you were the only one who kind of messed with him while he was trying to kick a field goal.
He was. He was trying to get in my head. It didn't really work.
Yeah.
That one hurt.
That one looked
Close.
so close.
That one hurt.
Yeah.
So Sherman has won the field goal competition.
Fake news.
It's also just so aggressive. Like, there's no need for any of this.
I'm a machine.
That one hurt too. I thought that one was good. This is a big hit.
It's just hilarious. The amount of times I've watched the two of you just like fight each other.
Good tackle.
So now we're on to the route running. We got Sherm with 1.
That's great defense. Lockdown corner.
Such an egregious
That's
hold.
not a hold.
Such an
That's
egregious
not a hold. That's not a hold. That was a pussy fucking route.
Fuck you. I was reading your coverage.
And then Taylor
That's a
with
great route.
Taylor with the best catch of the year right there.
That is a great
That
catch.
was a great catch and a great route. Easy. Yeah, that was a bad throw by Miles.
Okay. You guys both look like you're dying at this
Oh,
point.
I was fucking
We should
dead.
not have done the 40-yard dash first.
No. That's an easy out route to win that. Yeah.
It don't matter. I won. I'm the winner. I don't give a fuck.
Such an asshole.
I did win.
Field goals, 40-yard dash.
Also,
On one-on-ones though.
Who gives a fuck?
You
I
got
won.
fucking worked.
you did get
I
fucking
did
worked
get
on.
worked.
You got worked on one-on-ones.
5% completion percentage, huh?
I thought you guys were actually gonna like fight right here.
Go Ducks, baby.
And then this part.
Let's go.
That's a cheap shot.
It almost
Can
seems
you
like
replay that last hit? That's really nice.
that almost-
Wait. You didn't show the best part.
What part?
You know what I'm talking about.
When you collapsed my chest?
No. When you hit
Oh,
the ball
when-
down on the ground and it hit you in the dick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't
mean,
have that clip.
That
That was
is
part of the promo.
fucking hilarious. Here,
Like-
let me see if I can.
Are you
I
kidding?
don't
me?
have it anymore on there.
So I mean,
Oh, I could find it.
So here's the problem.
Also, on my second field goal attempt, because we were originally going to do 3, but then none of us could make it
Right.
the first 3 times because kicking field goals is fucking hard. So, but on my second field goal, I hit the crossbar, and that hurt.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I left out one clip of you hitting a field goal because you didn't make one at all, right? Taylor?
No, I didn't. But on my second attempt, I hit the crossbar.
You had way more close ones. Like Sherm's
Yeah,
were either all
exactly.
off, and then he had one that went in.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Sherm shanked a bunch that just went like flat, and I didn't have one that went flat. All of mine had arc. They just didn't have the distance to get the 20 yards.
Well, here's
That was
what
my
here's
problem.
what was missing. What was missing was the first 40-yard dash when I absolutely smoked you. I smoked you in the first 40-yard dash, and that was not included. And first of all, I want to say thank you to Fabio for coming out and filming and also editing video.
Yes, thank you very much.
No problemo.
Thank you. What was missing was the first 40 where I absolutely smoked you.
Yeah, I wanted to put that one in, but I knew we already like civilly agreed that the second one was actually the one that counted. So I didn't want it to throw it
It was the
in
one
there.
that counted.
Yeah.
But it was also it was
Oh.
clear that you won because you obviously won both. So
Here's the promo. We're talking about, going live on Tuesday, and, I get a little excited.
can you add some volume to that, Alyssa?
Nope, she can't.
It doesn't
We don't need it, honestly.
We don't,
Oh fuck.
Oh, god damn it.
it's like, are you serious?
Wow.
So I did win 2 out of the 3 events. You did,
But
I will give you credit.
You were also in cleats, and I was not.
Yeah, well, that's
So-
a bit of a you problem, isn't it, pal?
You weren't able to find cleats in the end.
No, I didn't have cleats.
No. And that really sucks for you. Because
honestly,
I am the
I
Backburner
will-
champion.
Hey, I will say that does give you a bit of an unfair advantage.
Thank you.
Hey, Here's the deal. I had cleats.
No. The thing is, though, if you guys really wanted to be at the same level while doing it, you should have worn the same kind of shoes that Tiller wore.
Thank you.
Not my fucking problem. You can't find cleats.
Well, it's also not his problem that you already had cleats. It's not his fault that he didn't
Yeah.
have cleats.
It's like, why do I need cleats?
Cleats didn't give me advantage kicking field goals.
Probably not, but it definitely gave
It
you a little bit of an
definitely gave you-
advantage during
and
the 40-yard
I
dash.
smoked you handily at the first 40.
Okay, and when we were running the 40-yard dash, you kept like flinching to like go when they were like saying it, and so you definitely jumped before they said go on the 40-yard dash.
Interesting.
Okay.
You 100% did because you were flinching and I was waiting.
Okay.
And then I went when they said go, and you were already a step ahead.
Oh, okay. Pumpkin.
And you only
well, did
beat-
a step fucking matter when I beat you?
because you
handily
only
in the first time.
because you only beat me by a step to begin with. When I'm in
that is
running
horseshit.
shoes,
I beat you by multiple steps in the first
you
time.
did not.
Yes, I fucking did.
How many
yes,
times did you do the 40-yard dash?
Twice.
Twice.
Because Alyssa Mayberry decided to not activate, her little fucking timer on her phone.
yeah, it was fucked up.
Why did you need a timer if it was being filmed?
I don't know. I don't know why.
I don't know.
It was such
Yeah,
bullshit.
we really didn't need to do it
That's
twice.
on you
No,
guys.
we didn't.
We did
That's
not.
on you
My
guys.
hamstrings are
Yeah.
not very happy with
But
it.
yeah, we did it twice because our timer fucked up.
Yeah. Fucking little fucking
okay.
timer bitch.
I'm just saying you had an unfair advantage. And in the one drill where it was like, okay, who can be better? I absolutely worked you. I only needed 4 routes to catch 3 passes. And the one I didn't catch was just an absolutely horrendous pass by Miles. There's no way I catch that. So, like,
So the-
I don't give a
I
shit.
absolutely fucking worked you in one-on-ones.
So the question remains here is Sherman has clearly won this one. Who won the hot dog eating competition?
I won the
Tiller
hot dog
did.
eating competition.
Okay,
It wasn't
so
even
we are
fucking
now
close.
So we're even.
we are now even.
I think
so.
the-
The 30th episode is where we really. That's where we really separate
really gotta
the
do
men
something.
from the boys.
I
here.
think the next competition needs to be something that neither of you have any sort of like knowledge in at all.
Volleyball.
Like I've
I say
said
you both
this.
go to a casino with
I
$20.
would love. I would
whoever
love
comes
to
out
see,
with whoever comes out with the most wins.
I'd love to see the two of you. try to play
He's a good
volleyball.
poker player.
I am a good poker player. I said the other day that we should do a beefy 5 eating
sounds
competition.
disgusting.
And that sounds horrible because those beans from Taco Bell just sit in your gut like concrete. So that could be something we could talk about. Beefy 5
could
layer.
be. It could be. Anything on the live stream?
Megan Fuller said big sports guys.
Yep.
The you just
Belinda said OMG epic.
Thank you.
And then Dan said Alyssa needs more screen time.
No, she does not. Nope. No,
Thank
she
you,
does
Dan.
not.
I
No,
mean,
she does not.
You can't listen to every fan, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Um,
Especially the Jewish ones.
Then Eric Sherman said, who's Cletus? I don't know.
That's my uncle.
No, he said, who's Cletus?
Who's Cletus?
Who is Cletus? Did we say Cletus?
Cletus?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Cletus.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
I've heard you guys say that before. I feel like, but I don't know what
Cletus?
it is.
I think it's
Cletus?
just the generic
Cletus?
term for like a white trash Southern guy.
Yeah, that's probably it's you. You're definitely the Cletus out of the two of us.
I'm not from the South though.
Yeah, but you're
If
like
anyone had to be a Cletus, it
you're
would definitely
disgusting.
be.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a gross guy.
It's like I don't burp when I talk.
I do.
And you do.
I do. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Well, hot take. Do
Hot take.
you want to kick it off since yours is definitely the boldest?
Their Chargers are winning the Super Bowl. And it's like not even up for debate. They're 4-1. They had an absolute stunner against the Browns at home on Sunday. Justin Herbert, 400 yards through the air, 4 touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. He had 43 points in fantasy, which was just so epic for my team. I love him. He is the front runner for
For EMT, he's gonna be Justin Herbert is a great NFL quarterback, but he's also gonna be a great EMT.
I met MVP.
Yeah, EMT. Fuck you.
Sorry, EMT's just on my mind. MVP. The Chargers, I said last week they're going to win the AFC West, and I don't think that's without question at this point. After the Chiefs lost to the Bills on Sunday Night Football to drop to 2-3, they're going to win the AFC West. They play the Ravens on Sunday Night Football this upcoming week, which will be a great game. But it looks like
No, they
they're.
don't. No, they don't.
That's not. Oh no. Okay, so I mean they do play the Ravens this week. It's just not on Sunday Night Football. Sorry,
The Hawks play Sunday night.
right? But the Chargers do play the Ravens on Sunday. 2 4-1 teams in Baltimore. That's going to be a absolutely fantastic game. But I think the Chargers in the AFC are the favorite because they've beat the Browns and the Chiefs. So who else?
The Bills?
Okay, yeah,
The Bills.
Megan
Okay,
Fuller
the Bills.
says she's a big fan of this hot take.
Good. Because it's true. You have the best quarterback in the league leading this offense, and you have a very capable defense with Joey Bosa and Derwin James leading that back end. The Chargers are a very good football team. I love their head coach. I love Justin Herbert. I love the weapons that he has. I think they're one of the favorites for the Super Bowl at this point, and I think they're going to win it because who else?
I do have another diehard fan who's saying that they do not agree, even though they are a diehard fan.
Who is that diehard fan?
It's Victoria Reggett.
Well, okay, Vic.
She said I sent her
rude.
I sent her a Snapchat saying that you had a hot take about the Chargers taking it. She said I didn't pay him to say that, but I don't agree.
But
I mean, dude, they got to go through the Bills. The Bills are
I
playing
understand.
So what
Unbelievable.
comment section are you in over there, Alyssa?
My own comment section.
I understand that they have to go through the Bills, and that is going to be a very tough AFC Championship game for them. But the way they're playing right now, because the question was, can they score enough points? Their defense is obviously good enough to take them deep, but can they score enough points? They scored 47 against the Browns, who have one of the best defenses in the NFL. They're a Super Bowl favorite, and it's not even questions. So they're going to win the Super Bowl. Justin Herbert's going to win a Super Bowl in his second year. He's going to follow on the career path of Patrick Mahomes, but he's better than Patrick Mahomes.
Jesus Christ.
Chargers are winning the Super Bowl.
Okay, enough from you. God. My hot take is that Spencer Rattler is going to hit the transfer portal.
You're welcome.
See, I didn't want to take this because I knew you were going to fucking say it.
Because I gave it to you.
You're a fucking asshole. Spencer Rattler has had a pretty rough season. He went from Heisman favorite to bench rider. He's been booed by his own fans. He got benched in the Texas game this past weekend. He had a fumble and a pick in the first half of the Texas game. Lincoln Riley put in 5-star freshman Caleb Williams, who went in and accounted for 300 total yards, 3 total touchdowns, and a big comeback win against the Longhorns. There are reports that Rattler's taking second team reps right now in practice. Kirk Herbstreit had a very interesting take, and he was saying that Spencer Rattler, he wouldn't be surprised if he left the team at the end of the week if he wasn't named the starter for TCU this weekend.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yep. He's a third-year guy. He can go to, wherever, I don't know where he's from, I think like Arizona, and start getting ready for the draft in the NFL. Spencer Rattler either is going to hit the transfer portal or, I think he's going to leave Oklahoma.
It's a shocking trajectory that he's taken because, like you said, he was the Heisman favorite entering the season, and he was the presumed number 1 overall pick entering this season. And now he just got benched. And there was a video that I don't know if you saw that came out on Monday, so yesterday, of him leaving the field after the Red River rivalry, and he was not celebrating with his team. His entire team was on the field, and he said, nope, fuck that, and he went back to the locker room. That's telling. He is not happy. Also, he's kind of a piece of shit, because why wouldn't you be happy for your team, for your friends that are also on that team?
Reminds me a little bit of a certain season finale of Ted Lasso.
Okay.
It does a
Yeah.
little bit. Nate the Great, you
Yeah.
fucking asshole.
But he's clearly not a team player, and I don't think that his draft stock even if he transfers, is ever going to recover from this. Because when you leave the field, even if you get benched and you do not celebrate your team beating Texas after overcoming an 18-point deficit, that's telling, and it's not going to be overlooked by NFL owners, GMs, and head coaches in the draft.
It will be talked about.
I don't think he will ever recover from this.
Okay.
Fuck Spencer Rattler.
In the words of Scout, he's actually said this twice now. He said Rat isn't in Spencer's last name by accident.
Anything else?
He's not wrong.
Anything else that's happened in the live stream?
Scout said, imagine overlooking the Bills this much.
I'm not overlooking the Bills.
And then Megan said that's an unpopular opinion said by said commenter talking to Vic. And then a lot of people said bolt up baby, which I think is a terrible slogan for a fan base. And then Dan Sherman said 10:25 Monday Night Football, Hawks and Saints. Let's hear it.
Let's go. I want to go to that game, Dad.
Daddy?
Please.
Daddy.
Aren't you flying back that day?
Daddy, please.
You're flying
No,
back.
I'm going back to 20th.
Right, but you're flying back to Boise on Monday.
Fuck. All right, before we get too far, the intern's hot take is, so obviously Russell Wilson is out for the next at least month with a horribly Nosferatu finger.
Yeah, it was just fucked up.
You
It was
know,
like,
so
yeah, it was
the
bad.
intern thinks that Geno Smith is going to lead the Hawks to a 3-0 record at least while Russell Wilson is out. Geno Smith had, that interception he threw at the end wasn't his fault. It was not his fault.
Mm-mm.
He led a 92-yard touchdown drive. I was very happy with his performance, especially given the fact that he rarely sees the field because Russ Wilson is such an Iron Man. Listen, I mean, I know Hawks fans are panicking right now because Russ is out. I feel okay because Geno Smith has starting experience in the league. I think that when he was in on Sunday against the Rams, he led a big touchdown drive. He looked comfortable. He didn't look rattled. I'm not saying I'm okay with Geno starting, but I'm saying that we could be in such worse shape.
Yeah, I'm not super against this hot take. I don't think he goes 3-0. I think he goes 2-1 because when your starting quarterback goes out, what do you expect or what do you hope of your backup quarterback? That they go 500, right? That's like what you want. So if Russell is out for a month, 4 weeks, we have the Steelers, the Saints, and the Jags. The Saints and the Jags are at home. I think we lose this weekend to Pittsburgh on Sunday Night Football, but the Hawks win against the Saints and the Jags at home. And if the Hawks can get into the bye week at 4-4 and then Russell comes back, that's best case scenario. If he goes 3-0, great. But if he goes 2-1 and gets us to 500 with 9 weeks to play, I'm okay with that. I think he goes 2-1.
Okay. Anything on the live stream?
Let's see. Kim said, Sherm, your stepdad is embarrassed with your field goal skills or lack thereof.
Then he should also be embarrassed with mine. Sorry, Shawnee.
And then Lee said, Seahawks defense needs to step it up.
They do.
And then
Yep.
Dan Sherman said, I think he's going to light it up. This is a huge deal for him.
Geno.
It is. It is a big
It
deal
is.
for him. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, because it could lead to a starting job.
I don't know. At this point in his career,
He's a journeyman,
tough.
but it's stability. You watched him in the game. He looked competent,
Right.
stable, chill, unbothered.
and that's why you have a veteran backup quarterback. for that reason.
I mean, I'm not going to say. I mean, I think he's one of the best. I think he's a great backup to have. He has vast starting experience in the league.
Yeah. Look, I'm not a big Geno fan. I don't think he's a very good quarterback, but if he can lead the Hawks to 3-0 or 2-1, it's good enough for me, and I'll take it.
All right. Let's end the show with our favorite segment, Line of the Week. And right now, since I am the leader, the healthy leader of Line of the Week,
I am so mad. You don't even understand.
my record right now, picking against the spread solely, is 5-1. Thank you very much. My Line of the Week, which is so stupid. Thank you, Vegas, for another fucking gimme. The Arizona Cardinals plus 2.5. Plus 2.5 versus the Browns. Are you serious? Kyler Murray is playing out of his fucking mind.
I mean, they only scored 17 points against the 49ers, but yes.
I know. They had an interesting week on offense, but I'm telling you right now, the Cardinals will not lose to the Browns. Take the Cardinals plus 2.5. Shout out to Nikki Scott's. Cardinals 2.5 plus against the Browns. No question.
Okay. Is that game in Cleveland?
It is it's in Believeland.
Okay. It should be a very good game. I'm excited for that. I am 3-2-1, and I'm not happy about it because the fucking BYU Mormons absolutely fucked me last week. Like, are you kidding me? How do you lose to unranked Boise State?
How do you bet against your fucking
home?
college?
Yeah, what?
I did it because Boise State lost to Nevada at home. And then it's like you have to travel to BYU and play the number 10 ranked 10th ranked team in the nation. And then you win. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. So fuck BYU. They fucking suck ass. I am so pissed at them. They screwed me so hard. At halftime of that game, I had just accepted defeat, and I said, well, I lost this. So I'm going with what I think is a home run pick, and that is Bills minus 5.5 versus the Tennessee Titans on Monday Night Football next week. I think the Bills are the second best team in the AFC after what they did to Kansas City. And, yeah, Bills minus 5.5.
All right. So the intern right now, her record is 2-3. She's picking 2 games to catch up with us at the end of the week. She's picking 2 games. She's taking the Los Angeles Rams minus 10.5 versus the Giants, and the Cincinnati Bengals minus 3.5 versus the Detroit Lions.
I don't like that Bengals line.
I don't either. I like those Lions.
I do too.
I like those Lions.
They play hard, and they're going to keep it close. Probably a 3-point win for the Bengals if McPherson can make a field goal, which last weekend he proved that he absolutely cannot.
And it would have been a perfect play for our new segment, which we will be debuting next week. Our very brand new segment, which we will not be talking about now.
Well, it's not brand new. It's
rebranded.
Yes.
It's a rebranding.
It's a rebrand. It's a new name.
It is. And
We're just waiting on a soundbite.
We're waiting on a soundbite.
From the most interesting man in the world.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. And with
And
that,
people know.
And if you want a hint, we've said the name of it about 40 times this episode.
right. We're officially out of show, but I think we should take a moment and just think about the body of work we've put in so far. We look like absolute idiots.
I think I look fucking amazing.
It's been hard to take you guys serious this whole time because like when we're just like bullshitting around about random things that kind of have to do with sports, it's fine. But the second that you guys start getting like super serious about like statistics and sports and players and all of that, it's just hilarious to especially look at you, Tiller, and like look at you getting so worked up about how important it is, whatever you're talking about, when you're wearing women's sunglasses and an upside down visor.
I look amazing.
I didn't say that you didn't look amazing. I'm just saying.
I mean,
it's a little hard to take you serious.
It's a face that I would sit on.
Oh, wow.
It's a face that anybody would sit on.
Well, have they?
Dan did give a compliment, Sherm, to your Mike Ditka glasses.
Oh, good.
No, those are way more feminine glasses than my
100%.
glasses. Are
They
you
are.
kidding me?
I
Are
will
you
say
serious?
that. Well, the
Dad.
only difference is I've actually owned a pair of sunglasses that look exactly like that.
Yeah, I
and
know you have.
I've never owned a pair of sunglasses.
But the
that
thing
look
is
that.
like Sherm could wear those out, and he just looks like he either is an idiot or has way too much money. Sherm or Tiller, there's like no matter how much money you had in the world, you couldn't justify those sunglasses. I don't care if those are like $8,000 Gucci glasses. You couldn't justify wearing those.
They also just look really small on your big head.
On your fucking melon head.
Big head for a big ass brain.
Totally thought you were going to
No.
say something else.
Listen, I think we should reflect for a second. I'm very happy that we're doing this. 20 fucking episodes. Can you believe that?
It's honestly,
Our little
Not really.
podcast. Our little podcast. Here we are. 20 podcasts in.
20
It's exciting.
episodes in.
Podcast episodes, it's the same fucking thing.
My mic stand keeps rising.
Again?
I mean, it's not moving right now.
I was going to adjust it, but I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, you know. it's
Also,
good.
this entire time I've
already at the
been
end.
terrified that light is going to fall on top
Yeah,
of you. because
you've been rattling that
Yeah.
light quite a lot.
Have I?
Oh, I've
Yes.
been watching it. Don't worry.
Good. Anything else in the live stream that we need to attend to?
Belinda said Gucci or bust.
Gucci or
which
bust?
is just, I'd
That's
love to
right.
quote that on my wall. And Miles said, I think they should. Miles said, I think they should actually have to bet on their lines next week, which I thought was funny because I was just about to ask you guys if you guys actually like bet real money on that or if this is just all hypothetical.
Well, so
I think it would be funny if you could just do like $10. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. But
so I don't bet anymore because my
because what?
so because my bookie, who shall go unnamed, had to retire from betting because he lost so much money that he had to borrow money from his grandmother.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, no, you guys definitely
Yeah.
know, but he will go unnamed. And since then I stopped sports betting because I lost so much money. I thought I knew a lot about football until I started sports betting.
Yeah.
And then I lost just an incredible amount of money.
Well, I think we were doing it the wrong. I mean, especially for me, like I would talk to another bookie that we know, and have him put down like a 5-team parlay.
Yeah.
And like obviously you're gonna
like, this is a
you're
lock.
probably gonna
Let's
fuck.
go.
You think you're so confident about your 5-team parlay. You're like, this is a lock. I'm gonna fucking win this, and then one game goes to the shit, and you're like,
Oh, it fucks you hard.
right,
Yeah.
So like I think I was definitely betting the wrong way with a massive 5-team parlay. I've had a lot of seltzer.
You're disgusting.
Megan also commented, and the burps that Sherm keeps doing while the podcast is going
It's
is
disgusting.
she says
it's
it adds to them not taking it seriously. She liked
it's
it.
just nonstop.
you know,
It's gross.
It adds
like-
the authenticity.
Say it. Say it.
Authenticity.
Say it.
Authenticity.
There you
Spell
go,
that
buddy.
word, Trev.
AUTHENCITY.
Authenticity.
If I don't have a pen and paper in front of me, I can't even spell anything.
I don't know.
All right, let's
But no,
wrap it up.
I
Let's
mean,
get the fuck out of here. Take us out.
I need dinner.
Oh, we're ready like that?
it's just that quick. Like,
I mean, like,
It's just
I don't know. I
over.
mean,
Thanks
like,
for tuning in, everyone.
I mean,
it's like, are you serious?
It's it's like we should say, thank you for everybody who has listened to us thus far and has stuck with us. We love doing this. I love doing this with you. I'm going to be as serious as
Are you saying you love me?
I do sort of love you. I love that we have built this thing from nothing into a sprinkle of something, a dash of something. I love doing this, and I'm very happy.
Too. It's very fun. It brightens my Tuesday.
It does brighten my Tuesday. Thank you for everybody who was tuning in tonight, mostly my neurotic Jewish family. Thank you, my fellow Jews. Shabbat Shalom. An early Shabbat Shalom for this upcoming Friday.
Is our holiday?
No, it's just
Just another Jewish Friday?
no. The Sabbath is every Friday night. We're Reformed Jews.
Every day is Shabbat Shalom.
No, that's not true. We're Reformed Jews. We're Adam Sandler Jews. All right. I'm very happy to do this, and I'm very thankful that Fabio, our hot, sexy HBIC, does everything for us. You don't get enough credit. You do everything on planet Earth for us. You edited our fucking stupid video, our stupid, dumb athlete, our football
Athlete,
company,
with air quotes,
with real
yeah.
air quotes. Uploading our episodes, making sure that we're taken care of. Thank you. And Chef, you do some stuff.
It's like
Nothing
here
is
every
ever
week.
genuine.
yeah, it's like she does some stuff, and
She
by
does.
some stuff you mean she sits here every week.
Right. And she shows her feet.
Yeah,
We're gonna start her OnlyFans for just her feet.
with shoes on.
With shoes.
No, we're going to start a Patreon. It's the exact same podcast, but it's just Alyssa's foot is the only thing on the video feed. Yeah.
For $5 a month, you get a minute of
You
foot.
can listen to two idiots talk about sports and look at one pair of feet.
Sounds terrible.
And with
That's
that,
wonderful.
my co-host, take us out of this fucking episode.
And that will conclude another spectacular episode of the Backburners. Shout out to the ugliest co-host of all time, Pinhead Larry. And our wonderful producer, Young Fabio. Make sure to give us a follow on Instagram and TikTok at the Backburners Pod and listen to us on your favorite streaming service. We're the Backburners, and we'll catch you on the flippity flip.